Welcome to Boss Up Babes, helping babes show up, boss up, and thrive. With #1 best-selling author, global influencer, and ultimate boss babe, Carissa Adkins. Carissa is a health and wellness expert and CEO of the 365 Daily Hustle, here to help mompreneurs and career-focused women boss up and reclaim their healthiest life. She is a pro at cutting through the BS and inspiring massive breakthroughs that help women create healthy routines and habits that facilitate personal and professional growth. Are you ready to reclaim your best life, take action, and be a badass boss babe? Let's get to it.
What up, ladies? How are you, queens? What are you up to today? Definitely, I'm sending you all the good vibes. I'm feeling super energetic, like super motivated and super charged today. So lucky for you guys, right? No, but for real, welcome to the BossUp Babe Show. We are a weekly show dedicated to all of you lady entrepreneurs out there, you innovators, you hustlers, you personal development junkies, and of course, you badass women who are looking to show up, boss up, and thrive in your life, in your health, and in your business. And in today's world, right, it has become really far too easy to put our own health and happiness on the back burner. However, ladies, seriously, with a solid game plan for success, a strong mindset, and a lifestyle full of healthy habits, you too can break through the BS and become unstoppable. So ladies, how about it, right? It's time. It's time to hit the wellness reset and become unstoppable. So if you're new to the show, welcome. If you're not, welcome anyways. Welcome back. So before I kind of dive into what it is that I want to talk to you about today, I don't have a guest. It's just me, myself, and the mic, and of course, Jacob, the producer here. But I want to talk to you guys about some no BS strategies and some tips and things that I seriously do every single day to keep my mindset sharp, my body sharp, my business thriving. But before I get into that, I'm going to do a quick plug for the 31-day Healthy Habits Challenge. So in the month of May, in my Healthy Hustle Facebook group, so if you're in Facebook and you're not, and you're a woman and you're not in my Healthy Hustle Facebook group, I want to encourage you, first off, go check it out. It's a community that is dedicated to, lady entrepreneurs, like everyone listening today, right? It's a community that is dedicated to helping you thrive and predominantly thrive with your health and in your life. Okay. So I'm always giving strategies, tips, tools, lives, on maybe nutrition, fitness, movement, yoga, meditation, stress, self-care, all kinds of things. Am I going over there and really just providing you a safe space to get that support and that accountability that you do need in order to kind of boss up your health. So yeah, if you're not in the Healthy Hustle, go join right now. It's the Healthy Hustle. It's a Facebook group. It's free. So come on over there. But in the month of May, so a couple months ago, it seems like forever ago already, but I hosted a free fitness challenge, right? And every day I went live and I gave instructional videos on like the move of the day. And the goal was just simply to get more women moving their bodies. And a lot of women appreciate a couple of things about those challenges. One, I always give you the moderation like technique. But I also give you the boss up babe technique, which is like, if we're going to do a burpee, we're doing it full out with the push up, like everything, right? So I show all levels of fitness because fitness and movement is for everyone. Our bodies crave movement. Okay. So I asked these ladies, I said, okay, ladies, you did a fantastic job in the health, the fitness challenge. What do you want next? What do you want support around? How can I help you thrive? And they said, girl, we want nutrition. I saw, messages that were like, girl, we want more fitness. We want mindset. We want self-care. And I'm like, okay. I am the queen of habit change, right? So how about I just do a whole healthy lifestyle habits challenge? So with that, you guys, comes the 31-day Healthy Habits Challenge. It kicks off July 1st. We will end July 31st. Every single day, I will go live and I will give you your movement challenge because, our bodies love movement. So every day gets movement. But on the other days, you're going to see things like journal prompts and water goals and walking steps goals. Like, we're going to create some healthy habits in the month of July. So if you're all about that, definitely let me know. But you do have to be, a member of the Healthy Hustle Facebook group. So go on over there. There's a whole video explaining it. We've got prizes, we've got gifts, like all kinds of cool things for women who are ready to truly show up. Okay. So, all right. I'm excited about that challenge. You can probably tell. But you guys know, right? At the end of the day, my mission is for every woman who struggles with food, with energy, with exercise, with a negative mindset and stress, to have a plan of action and to know that they are worthy of love and health and abundance. I literally get up every single day thinking, how can I help someone today, right? How big of an impact can I leave today? My intention is for every single woman to walk away from this wellness reset talk right now, feeling empowered, feeling inspired, and feeling totally motivated to boss up and become the best version of you. So over the weekend, actually it was a Friday, I drove down to Albuquerque. Well, it was actually Rio Rancho, New Mexico, which for me, it's about 4 hours of a drive. But my good friend, Kim, she is the owner of Sweat Boot Camp. She is a strong fitness ambassador. So some of you may have seen the magazine, maybe you've heard it. It's Fitness Magazine, right? They have ambassadors all across the country that are hosting fun events, hosting empowerment events for women. So yes, we sweated, right? I got to learn some new exercises with the steel mace bar. So look out on my Instagram and story feeds, because I bought myself a steel mace bar and I totally feel like a badass when I'm like doing those exercises. So yeah, I got to sweat with these women. I got to learn from these women. I got to cry with these women. I got to hear their stories of triumph. And oh my God, by the time it was my turn to go on stage, like I was brought there as their inspirational, motivational speaker of the week, right? Like their only major speaker. They, of course, had, nutritionists that were talking. They had extra gals around fitness. They came, but at the end of the day, she said this, Carissa, you are my number one motivational speaker. I love you. I love listening to you. You really bring that, that powerhouse attitude that I want represented. So of course I said yes to my good friend, Kim. And if you live in Rio Rancho, you definitely need to go stop by and say hello. I'm going to try and get her on the show one of these days. But anyways, I got to speak, right? And after I spoke, which was all about my weight loss transformation. If you're new to this show, go back and watch the first couple of episodes. I talk about how I literally have melted 85 pounds plus of fat off my body and built lean, strong muscles, right? But yeah, that's a fun episode. Go back and listen to that. But when I talk, I typically talk about that story. And then this weekend, I gave 5 strategies to becoming the champion, right? And all of these women were champions by the end of the day, for sure, 100% without a doubt. But then, right, because I stay the whole day and I'm sweating with them, I'm working with them, I'm eating lunch with them, they start asking questions. And I'm like, oh, girl, yes. I got to write it down because these are questions that every woman probably has and every woman has probably thought about. So I thought I would dedicate maybe this week and next week, depending on how many questions I get through, just dedicating to answering these questions and giving you strategies to help you boss up, get fit, and become unstoppable. But right, it all starts with why I do what I do. Okay. So I am Carissa Atkins, and besides being an awesome podcast host, I also have a TV show. It's called Living Real TV. And that's the stuff I do for fun, you guys. That really, it feeds my soul. It gets me excited. But the other thing that I absolutely love freaking doing is empowering women to become the best versions of themselves. Obviously, you probably knew that one was coming. So as a coach and mentor, I help women boss up, get fit, and become unstoppable. And I do this by helping them create healthy habits that support nutrition and exercise and mindset work and stress management and self-care. You get the idea. right? So I work with women with a year-long program. It's a mentorship program. I give them the how-to, because every woman is like, yeah, but how can I lose this weight? How can I become the best version? I'm like, girl, I got your how. Okay. I've got the proven weight loss system. It's an online curriculum that all of my clients get access to. But the biggest thing that I provide these women is support where they need it and accountability. Because if we've learned anything from the greatest successful people in this world, right? We got Tony Robbins, Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jordan, like all of these amazing, whether they're athletes, speakers, coaches, doesn't matter. They all have a coach. They all have a mentor. They never stop growing, right? They're hungry to become the best versions of themselves every single day. So that's why I do what I do. I know what it's like to go from blah to total badass. And that's why I get up every day, right? Is to help empower women. So if that sounds something like you're interested in, you're like, tell me more about how, I can hire you as my coach or mentor. You can find me everywhere. Just Google, Carissa Atkins 365 Daily Hustle. It's a global health coaching company. So I'm coaching women all over the world. So there you have it. That's a little bit about what I do and why I do what I do. So let's dive into it, shall we? All right, question number one that I've got for you today. And if you haven't grabbed that pen and paper, please do, because not only am I going to answer the question, but I'm probably going to give you some no bullshit strategies to help you do the same thing. Okay. All right. Number one question that I get is, what would you recommend to other women who want to get healthy and fit? This is a question, right? They're always like, what's the number one thing you recommend, Carissa? Where should we start? Well, I really broke this down into three things. So the first thing is that we have to set clear, specific goals. Okay. We've got to get so super clear on what it is that we want. And we have to give ourselves permission, ladies. We've got to give ourselves permission to boss up and dream big. Okay. Dream big. You'd be surprised how many women I literally get on the phone with to have like a call with. And I say, girl, what are your goals? And she's like, well, I kind of want to do this, but I really don't. I'm tired of blah, blah, blah. And they go into the whole story. They really don't know what they want, or they're really scared to say what they want. Because when we say it, now there's something kind of scary about someone's going to hold us accountable to it. The other day on the elliptical, my husband and I, we were running next to each other, and he mentioned something. I'm going to try and get it right. He goes, honey, you're like the best worst mistake your clients can make. And I laughed at first because it kind of makes your brain like go, what? But he's like, literally, because when women sign up to work with you, they tell you what their goals are. And then they're actually kind of scared because they know you're going to hold you accountable to them. And I was like, oh my God, you're so right. So it's like, I could be the best / worst mistake that you made hiring me, because when you tell me you want to do something, we're going to get it done, right? Clients don't pay me to be their friend, although friendship comes out of it. Clients pay me to get them the results. Okay. So we've got to set very clear, specific, realistic goals. So let's just bring health in, because that's like my area of expertise, right? Health, wellness, women's health and wellness. We've got to, some women will come and they're like, oh, I want to lose, 45 pounds, the COVID 40 or whatever, however much weight you gained. And I'm like, cool. When do you want to do it by? And they're like, well, like, is that 30 days like reasonable? Cause I got like a cruise. I'm like, no, right? No. Is it doable? Maybe, sure. In some weird shape or form. Absolutely. I'm not going to say it's not. However, I'm a big believer in slow and steady, right? It's a marathon, not a sprint. And because I take that approach, right, I've lost close to 85 pounds and I seriously don't have stretch marks on me, right? And I'm looking lean and mean and younger than ever, but I think it's because I didn't do it so drastically. Okay. So you guys set clear goals and be realistic with them. I'm not saying you shouldn't shoot for the moon. However, I want you to be realistic with them. The second thing that I always tell women is that you have to work on habits. So 12 years ago, sitting in the doctor's office, when I was just told that for being 5 foot tall and 213 pounds, I was considered obese. And that if I didn't change my lifestyle habits, I might not be around for my kids. like today. That was 12 years ago. She said, in 10 years, you might not be around for your kids if you don't change your life. Okay. That doctor was onto something. She didn't just prescribe me a pill. She knew I was already depressed, right? But she didn't just prescribe me a, oh, go work out a couple times a week and get cardio in. She didn't say, go try a new diet and lose weight. She said, change your lifestyle. So I took that to heart. After, of course, I wiped the tears and got over the anger that I had towards her for her brutal honesty that day. But yeah, so, I was sitting there 12 years ago and I wrote down all the things that I should be doing, the habits, okay, drinking more water, getting better sleep, staying consistent, like all these things. And I was like, Carissa, just pick two, right? So of course, the two habits that I started with were exercise, daily exercise, because let's face it, me walking my son to the bus stop and smoking 2 cigarettes on the way back was not cutting it. And then the other habit that I decided to change and work on was my relationship to my food. Okay, so back in the day, I didn't have a ton of resources. We didn't have a ton of money. We were stationed in Germany. We were living on a really tight budget. And I was eating 3 or 4 plates full of food because I was so depressed and I was sad and I was like, ugh, woe is me, right? So I just said, Carissa, forget diets, forget all this stuff that you think you need and just stop eating so much, right? Portion control. So that's what I did. I went from 3 plates to 1 plate. And if that's you, right? If you're overeating, if every meal you are, you finish, you're like, oh, I need to unbutton my pants. That is just a solid habit to work on, right? Is eating a little bit less and working on why you're choosing food to numb out your pain. So whether it's food, booze, cigarettes, all you workaholics out there, what are you trying to not feel by tapping into the obsessive, the obsessive habits like smoking and eating and working and things. Okay. So those are 2 habits. And I literally focused in on just those 2 habits for like 6 months, lost close to, I think 55, 60 pounds just by moving my body every single day. And no, I didn't hire a personal trainer. I just told you I was like broke, right? So I did it all by just moving my body, getting into the gym, even though I felt so incredibly uncomfortable. I literally, oh my gosh, I wish I could take photos, but this was even before smartphones, y'all. So there was no way in hell I was going to take like the old school camera and do a selfie on an elliptical or a treadmill or even on a boot camp class. Are you kidding me? They would have looked at me like, aren't you here to work out? But yeah, those are just the 2 things. And that's all I focused in on. Everything else that I'm going to get to today and next week, it all came after that, right? Moving my body helped me cure my depression, and working on my relationship with my food, big game changer. Okay. Huge. All right. Okay. So, and then the third thing that I would recommend to women who are looking to get fit and stay healthy is to look at health as a marathon, right? Reframe what healthy looks like to you. And I know I just totally gave you 2 different things. Okay. So break it down into one. Okay. So first off, what does the healthiest version of you look like? And I'm not just talking weight, y'all. I'm talking mental health, physical health, emotional health, spiritual health, financial health. Health is a super broad topic. Okay. Sexual health, like health is everywhere. So first figure out, what does the healthiest version of you look like? What is she doing? Okay. Then I want you to reframe the journey, because it's not going to happen overnight. Y'all, your body is not Amazon Prime. You cannot put your order in and get it 2 days later. You've spent years, some of you even decades, building unhealthy habits. And now it's time, to switch it around. It's totally doable, but it's going to take time. So you need to check your expectations at the door. Okay. So that's kind of what I meant by reframe. Okay. So many women want quick results. And yes, who doesn't? But the woman that I am today, it's a woman that took me 5 years in the making. And then by doing it the right way, one healthy habit at a time, I have learned how to keep all that weight off, right? Sustainability then is the big factor, which is another reason why women come to me for their ultimate health and wellness goals, is because they're like, we don't just want to like get healthy today and then have to hire you again in 2 years. We want to learn how to do it. We want sustainable health. So yeah, that's exactly what I do. And that's literally what I eat and preach, right? All right. So moving on. Next question. How has fitness positively influenced my life? Well, I believe that the gym saved my life. I didn't know what I was doing, nor did I need to know what I was doing, but I made a commitment to myself, right? That every day, Monday through Friday, I was going to work out. I was going to move my body. I was going to sweat, even just a little bit. Okay. So fitness really it's impacted me for my entire life, right? Personally, professionally. When I'm stressed out, I go work out. And not because I'm trying to lose weight or anything like that. It's because it's my therapy. It's a place that I can escape to and just focus in on me. And what I love about fitness, you guys, and yes, it's evolved for me, right? I started out on all the cardio machines because that's what I thought I needed to do. And yeah, sure, it got the job done a little bit, but let's face it, if anyone who goes from zero movement to like 30 minutes on any type of cardio machine, you're going to lose some weight. Okay. So, but it was boring. It was no fun. I wasn't having any fun. And so I was like, okay, I want to meet women and I want to hang around women who want to be healthy. So I joined my first boot camp class. Okay. My first group class, and it was like step aerobics or something fun like that. And so that's where that went to. And then after I lost close to 70 pounds, or like I think 65, I moved back to Nebraska and joined a kickboxing gym, right? Which then gave me more people to be around. And then I loved feeling like confident and like a badass in the kickboxing place. But at the end of the day, I was losing the fat, but I wasn't gaining any muscle. I didn't see any leanness to my body, right? I was just kind of like skinny fat. And I realized that it was going to be through strength training that it was going to build the body and sculpt the body of my dreams. Right. So that's when I was like, you know what? I'm going to start strength training. I have no idea what I'm doing in this gym, but I'm going to start doing it. I'm going to go start slinging some dumbbells instead of slinging the resistant bands. So I learned proper form on resistant bands. But once I realized I could only go so far, I got my butt into the strength training room, even though I was told by a guy to get back into the aerobics room. Different story for a different day. But yes, that happened. And instead of letting that dude get the best version of me, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get so strong that I'm going to be able to bench more than this dude. And sure enough, I did. And I couldn't wait to bench that day and just show him, right, that women can be strong too, and that women belong in that side of the gym. So anyways, it has evolved. And then as I wanted to become just a better version of me, I went and got my personal trainer certification. Then I went and got my group and my HIIT instructor certification because I loved it so much. This was before I was even coaching, y'all. Like I just wanted to be the best for me, right? I wanted to learn. Not saying you have to go out and do that. That's why there are trainers and coaches out there like that. But I loved it, right? I was addicted to the fitness. So to say that fitness has impacted my life is like a total understatement. Okay. All right. So next question. What do you think it takes to create a lifetime of sustainable health? That was a question I got in my DMs after I left the event. And I was kind of like, oh girl, I was just sitting there talking to you all about healthy habits, and she didn't pick up on it, right? She didn't pick up on it. So I want to be super clear that I personally believe that when it comes to creating sustainable health, to living healthy every day, to looking strong and lean and rocking a sexy six-pack year round, it comes down to the habits. Okay. It's the lifestyle habits that I teach my clients that doesn't just get them to lose their first 10 pounds, but no, right? Years later, they will text me a picture and say, Carissa, what you taught me allowed me to lose a little bit of the weight at the time, but because you've taught habits, I have now been able to lose close to 50, 60, 70, 100 pounds. Right? I mean, come on. Like, that's amazing. That's amazing. I'm not even working with these women, but what I taught them is giving them sustainable health. Okay. So I just wanted to be super clear, right? What I believe it takes for lifetime health all comes down to healthy habits. Habits that support nutrition, habits that support mindset, habits that support, exercise, etc. All right. So I know I covered a lot, and there's still a solid 8 to 10 questions that I didn't get to that are really, really important. Like, what are my biggest keys to my success? When it comes to nutrition, what do you believe in? How do I stay motivated when times get tough? Like, these are great questions. I have a whole list of questions that I just start compiling. So this is what I'm going to do. We're going to join, I want to encourage you to join me next Tuesday, same time, same place, same notebook of piece of paper. And I'm just going to dive right into it. Okay. I'm going to dive right back into these questions because these are important. These are so incredibly important, ladies. All right. So with that, I think I'm just going to kind of end with, a clarity call, right? So say you've listened to me today, or say you've been following me a long time and you're like, I just don't know, where I should go or what I should do next. You ladies, I am a certified badass, right? I am a master coach. I am a champion for women's health. I am a board certified NLP, timeline therapy, and hypnosis practitioner. I can help you bust through your BS and become the unstoppable queen so that you can ultimately live your epic life. Okay. I have helped thousands of women confidently break free from their health limitations and become unstoppable. So if anything that I'm talking about connects with you, if my story connects with you, if you just want to hang out with cool women, right? Go to the Healthy Hustle Facebook page. But if you're dead serious about changing your life, changing your health forever, I'm going to encourage you to book a 15-minute Get Fit clarity call with me. On that call, we're going to talk about 2 things specifically. One, we're going to talk about your goals, right? We're going to get very clear on what you want to achieve. Then we're going to talk about some strategies, right? Some things that you've tried in the past, some things that you could try. All right. And then, only then, if I feel that we are like the match made in heaven and that my program can help you boss up and get fit, then I will tell you about my stuff. But other than that, it's just us. It's a conversation for me to learn more about your health goals and for me to maybe give you some advice and tips around how to achieve those. Okay. I don't work with everyone. And I'm very picky with that because I only work with women who are dead serious about bossing up and getting health. So I encourage you, book that clarity call with me. It's completely free. It's 15 minutes, and I would love to see you on the other side of my calendar. So with that, everyone, I love you guys. Stay awesome, stay thriving, and I will see you right back here next Tuesday, same time, same place, same notebook, and we will continue the conversation about how to hit the wellness reset. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to Boss Up Babes with Carissa Adkins, bringing you tangible tips and expert coaching advice to help you boss up and get healthy. Tune in every second and fourth Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific on transformationtalkradio.com for interviews with industry leaders and powerhouse boss babes that will empower you to take action and live your best life. If you're ready to boss up and work with Carissa in one of her transformative group coaching programs, visit 365dailyhustle.com.